Hi Libra, welcome to February. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I do your reading, I want to call in some good energy. And I want to say happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to February. So we have a full moon in Libra, which is favorable to your sign, on February 9th. Valentine's Day on the 14th, and then 2 days later, Mercury goes retrograde in Pisces. And then we have a new moon in Pisces on the 23rd of February. So let's see what's going on with Libra. What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for February 2020? What is coming up for Libra? February 2020. What is coming up for Libra? February of 2020. What does Libra need to know about relationships in February 2020? Okay. Two of Cups. The Chariot. The Eight of Cups. The Judgment. The Page of Wands. The Queen of Swords, the Star, the Magician. Oh, this is looking interesting. The Knight of Wands and the Fool. Libra, this is good for you. So February is putting you on a brand new path. Okay, so you have the Two of Cups. This is the soulmate card. Two of Cups is about connecting with someone that you can actually partner with someone that's very good for you in February. And you have the Chariot here. This is a card of victory through discipline and focus. So you might have been scattering your energies, like not wanting to decide on something, or you have had a lot of things going on or a lot of options. The Chariot is about calling in that scattered energy and focusing on a goal. So what is it that you want, Libra, in a relationship? Don't be distracted by anything else. Focus on what you really want to achieve and in a relationship, in love. And you can get it with the Chariot. You may have to go out and get it, because there's a lot of travel cards here where you have to go and take action and maybe travel to connect with someone. You have the Eight of Cups here in the past. So this is a card of moving on. Maybe you're finally ready to move on from a relationship that was once good. Because the Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind and moving on to something more fulfilling. So it's a card of kind of, okay, this was once good in my life, and now it's just things have changed, and I have to move on. And you're starting to realize that. You're waking up with the Judgment card. You are realizing that if you want your life to improve, if you want your life to change, you're going to have to take action and make things happen. Things aren't going to just fall in your lap. Because the Judgment card is about making change happen. There are a lot of cards in the deck that relate to change that we have no control over, like the Tower, the Death card. Those cards represent change that just happens and we have to accept it. But the Judgment is change that we create for ourselves, because we realize that we have to get out of a stagnant situation. We have to make, you can't just keep doing the same old, same old. Judgment is like a rebirth. It's waking up to realizing that I have to make changes in my life. The Judgment card is, you might be trying to work on certain habits in your life. Like you're evaluating your life and you're saying, okay, well, maybe I need to exercise more, or maybe I need to quit this habit, smoking or drinking or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you feel like you're working on self-improvement, or you have been. You've been working on improving your life in some way. And you're starting to feel stronger. So whatever you're walking away from, you've come through a lot of changes and you're starting to feel stronger. And so your needs are changing because you're not the same person, because you're growing and you're becoming stronger and you're making improvements. And that could be in any area of your life. It could be, you know, like losing weight or taking better care of your health or, you know, changing certain aspects of yourself that you know you need to work on. And this usually comes up when you either change jobs or change relationships or even move. In some cases, some of you might want to move into a different to a different place. Move out of your current environment, move to a new environment. Because all those things are just reflecting the changes that are going on within you. Because you have changed within, your external world needs to change to match what's going on inside of you. And since you're feeling stronger and feeling like a different person in a way, it's like a rebirth, like waking up, rebirth. And so the things that once satisfied you are no longer satisfying, and now you're wanting something new, something fresh, something that's a better match to who you are now. So coming up in the future, you've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords could represent you because that's an air energy. Maybe you've been kind of, I don't know, keeping to yourself, keeping people at a distance. Because the Queen of Swords energy is someone who has this wall up. Like you're not willing to be vulnerable. You're not wanting to let anyone get too close. Maybe you've been through some difficult times and, you know, you're protecting yourself. You're in this protective mode. But you have this Page of Wands, which is a message. So you might either be hearing from someone. Could be a fire sign. If you're expecting a message, you might get it in February. So if you're thinking about someone and you're thinking about connecting with them, they may surprise you and you know, reach out. So don't drop, you know, don't be so, try to drop your guard. Try to be more vulnerable or be more open to love in February. I mean, you have the Star here. So this is a wish fulfillment card, but it's in your fear sector. So maybe like you're afraid to accept this new beginning. I mean, a part of you wants it and wants change because you're moving away from something that is no longer fulfilling. But at the same time, you're doubting that it's even possible because the Star is here in your fear sector. But in your environment, you've got the Magician. So if you're connecting with someone, they're a very good communicator. The Magician is someone who's very talented, someone who's a good communicator, someone who can manifest things. It also is telling you that you have the skills and the tools you need for success. You just have to visualize. You have to see things in a more positive light. You have to stop doubting your abilities. Stop thinking like, oh, maybe if you're interested in someone, you might be telling yourself, oh, they'll never go out with me, or I don't know if they'd like me, or I don't know if I could do that. Even if it's just work, you know, I'd like to do this, but I don't know if I'll be accepted. I don't know if I'm good enough. Stop. The Magician is about using your skills and your talents to channel divine energy and to manifest your dream, your goal. The Star. You can make it happen with these two cards. So if you're looking for love, you can make it happen in February. But you're going to have to drop your guard and be a little bit more vulnerable. Maybe you've been overthinking things. Sometimes the Swords energy, you're stuck in the head when you should be in your heart. You're analyzing every angle, like, well, maybe, should I do this? Should I do that? What if you have to go lead with your heart? Follow your heart. I mean, yeah, you want someone that you can have an intellectual connection with, Libra, someone that you can talk to. But love is about heart, feeling. It's not just all about mind. To really connect with someone on a soul level, you have to be in the heart. So don't be afraid to open your heart. And you have this Knight of Wands. This sometimes comes up when you change jobs or you change where you live, your residence. So I feel like some of you might be moving to a new location or changing your job in some way because you're wanting more from life. You have made some real change and you're wanting to shake things up. You're ready for adventure. Sometimes this can bring someone into your life that's very adventurous, that's a lot of fun. You might be doing more traveling. If you're connecting with someone, maybe you'll travel together. And you have the Fool card. This is a brand new beginning. You have a potential for a brand new start with someone who could bring more fun into your life. And you might even travel together as a couple. You know, just let's get out and let's explore the world, you know, kind of energy. And you have the ability to start over, to turn the page, because this is a brand new cycle coming in. It's putting you in an environment that you've never experienced before. It's putting you in a situation. So for some of you, if you're changing jobs, you're in a brand new environment. That could involve travel or change of residence. If it's a new relationship, you're very compatible. The Two of Cups, this is soulmate stuff. You both see eye to eye. You're really on the same page together. You really resonate with this person. And it could bring adventure back into your life and a brand new start where you can leave the past behind. And it reflects the changes that have been going on within you, that you've been working on. So it's there for you. You just have to claim it. Don't be afraid to claim it. So let's see what the stars have to say. So you have a full moon. The moon's in your 11th house of wishes, hopes, dreams. That's this card right here. And the sun's in the 5th house. Romance, children, creativity. So if something is coming to completion at this full moon, that's on February 9th. So you can reach out to someone. Mars is in the in your 3rd house. That's the house of communication. You may want to, and actually this moon in Leo is trining Mars in Sagittarius. And the sun is sextiling Mars. And Mars is in the 3rd house of communication, travel, like short distance travel, like connecting with friends, siblings, aunts, uncles, neighbors. So you may feel like taking action. You may be the one reaching out. If someone isn't reaching out to you, I feel like it could go either way. Like you might be hearing from people that you haven't seen in a while, but you might also be reaching out because Mars is in your communication sector and it's giving you the courage to communicate, to reach out. Maybe you're seeing something is completing. Something is like you're waking up because the full moon is very enlightening. Usually it brings things to the surface. It brings things to light. And in your 11th house, that has to do with friendship. It has to do with the friends you're connected to, the groups you belong to, your goals in life, like, you know, the causes that you're working towards. But it also relates to the 5th house of creativity and romance. So if you're thinking about connecting with someone, it could happen in February. You have Neptune in the 6th house and Mercury in the 6th house, and then Mercury's going retrograde on the 16th. So the full moon happens on the 9th. That's an excellent time for reconnecting with, I mean, if you're not reconnecting, you will, because Mercury sometimes brings people back from the past. But it's in your 6th house, which is the work sector. So there could be something you may have to redo at work. With Neptune, there's a lot of confusion with Neptune and Mercury in the 6th house. So if you're signing any contracts around work, if you're like someone's offering you a job, unless it's someone that you've worked for in the past, I would be a little bit cautious. I would try to wait until Mercury goes direct before you commit to anything. But if you're connecting with people that you used to know from the past, like past coworkers or past employers, then you could go full speed ahead. That's fine. It's a good time to reconnect and maybe if you're like going back to an old place that you used to work at. But still, because Mercury is in Pisces and Neptune's in Pisces, and Mercury's not strong in Pisces. There's a lot of confused thinking in Pisces, or confusion, in communication. So you want to make sure that you're communicating clearly and that you're understanding what you're agreeing to. Saturn and Pluto are going through your 4th house, so they're your home base is changing. On the one hand, you're putting down roots with Saturn, but Pluto has been shaking up your home life. You're dealing with issues that have been buried for a long time. Maybe issues that, and this is going to be happening. Pluto stays in Capricorn for 12, 14 years, so it's going to be, you've been dealing with this for a long time. But you're evaluating, your childhood, the patterns that brought you to where you are today, and dealing with issues around mother, father, authority, and changing your home is, you want a stable home, but you feel like you have to make major changes to get there. But that's okay, because whatever Pluto is churning up, when it's done, you're going to be in a better place, because you're going to have dealt with all these issues, and you're not going to have any, hidden subconscious programming that's affecting your life. So then you have the new moon in Pisces, and this is happening in your 6th house, so it could bring a new job. And with Mercury there and retrograding, you could be connecting with people from the past. If you're not, if someone's offering you a job and it's a new person, I would try and hold off until Mercury goes direct, and especially until it gets into Aries. Because Mercury in Pisces, there's too much confusion. Just be sure what they're offering you is what you want. At the same time, Mars is in your 4th house. It's making an aspect to Uranus in your 8th house. So that could affect your finances. It could bring unexpected developments. Mars in your 4th house, you're working around the house. If you're waiting for money to come in, there could be an issue around taxes or inheritance. Maybe money comes in unexpectedly and you have a chance to fix up your house or make repairs. Venus is going through your 7th house. Venus moves into Aries. So you may be feeling feisty in February. Like, I want to start something new in romance. I want to start a new relationship. Because Venus in the 7th can bring love, can bring relationships. It's squaring Jupiter in the 4th house. You have a lot of planets going through your 4th house in Capricorn. So the 4th house, there's been a lot of activity. Maybe you've been so busy with family matters that you haven't had time for relationship. But when Venus moves into so there's this conflict, it's tension. When Venus moves into the 7th house, you're going to feel like especially in Aries, you're going to want to start something new. Because Aries is like, go, 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 let's get it done. Venus is not really comfortable in Aries, because Aries is like the warrior energy and Venus is the love energy. So you don't want to be you might be attracting people that are a little bit too aggressive, maybe. Libra is more of you want things to be balanced. You don't want to feel pushed or rushed. But I feel like you're ready. You're ready for some new beginning in February. And if you don't reach out, someone else might come and reach out to you. Because this energy, this Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands energy, it's exciting energy. It's like, come on, let's go, let's do it, let's go. It's like they have this fast energy, this, they breeze in and breeze out kind of energy. So it could be that you're connecting with friends or even an old love, someone you knew in the past, and that represents a new adventure. And usually the Page of Wands is a happy message. It's a message that you're happy to receive. So you're going to be hearing from someone that's going to bring you some fun and adventure in February. And a new beginning. You could start over. If it's someone from the past, maybe you're wiping the slate clean, starting over, you're turning over a new leaf. Like, hey, let's just, forget the past, let's start over. Let's have a new beginning together. If it's a brand new person, either way, it's going to bring you adventure. But with Mercury retrograding, I'm almost thinking that it may bring someone from the past back to be revisited. Especially around work. If someone's offering you a job, you may have an opportunity to go back to work with a former employer, or you might be reconnecting with people that you worked with in the past. But you got the Two of Cups here, and the Star, and the Fool, and messages coming in. So Love is in the air. Take advantage of it. You're ready. Okay, so that's my forecast, Libra, for February. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like a private reading for your own personal, this is a general, but if you want to get into your own specific situation, you can click on the link in the description box and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you everyone for supporting the channel. If you liked the video, click on the like button or the subscribe button if you want to hear more every month and be notified. And thank you for those who have left comments. Thank you for those who've ordered readings. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying these videos. And I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And I hope you have a month filled with love and joy. May your dreams come true in February, Libra. Embrace change. And I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.